a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. That one into the hands of Beckham downfield. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And we knew that they tried to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Travis Etienne. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Bills at 5-4 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what?
He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Travis Etienne, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
14, Bills nothing. Justin Tucker sets the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Powell. And this is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
He's brought down by Keelan Jones. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 10.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, He definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Wilson on the keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
A first throw for the backup Wilson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Jacobs. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They go with Jacobs, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. Now they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre first down calls in the history of the National Football League. A fake, and it backfires.
But we've seen a lot of
first down.
Yeah, you're right. And we've seen a lot of innovation throughout the years in the NFL. I mean, we've gone from the single wing to the T formation to shotgun, right? Running spread, run and shoot, you name it, right?
To first down field goal
First
fakes.
down field goal fakes. I think that's an innovation that will not catch on.
Throwing on second and 14. Jackson under pressure. They got him again. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, good move. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 22, Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ballgame?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken in at the 22. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. They go play action with Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They go play action now. Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. To throw again is Jackson. He finds his target, Beckham. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On second down, a run with Etienne. Down to about the 22 here. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Etienne will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second and goal from the 1. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It'll be a gain of 5, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the 4th quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. At the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown, and it's a